but we're going to be talking mainly about hobbies.
And what are we talking about today?
Hobbies.
Okay, what kind of hobbies?
Hobbies. So I have some more questions. And it's kind of more like getting to know us kind of stuff.
Okay.
But it just revolves around hobbies. And I think that some of it could be kind of funny.
Okay.
What's a hobby you both tried together and ended up either really enjoying or failing? I guess we can do both.
Ooh.
Enjoying and failing. I know I'll let you go first. I can think of one off the top of my head that we enjoy. I can think of both, actually.
You go first because I'm going to say something I want to see if it actually match. Also, he has his nose strips on so he can breathe.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
I don't need them to breathe. They just feel
sleep
comfortable.
apnea.
Shooting. I think that you had a gun before we met, but you weren't really like into shooting.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when you and I got together, we have a lot of fun doing that.
Back in the day, back in Nam.
Yeah. And I definitely think I have more fun with it, but you have definitely started to kind of bite onto that as well. I like that a lot. And then as far as failing, or a hobby that we both tried that we didn't do well at, you did okay, but the painting thing.
I did not do okay.
We tried the painting thing, and I think that just went real bad.
Bad? Yours was good.
No,
Let me tell you. Really?
No, it was
okay,
not. Let's go.
Here, actually, it's one. It's crazy.
Okay.
Oh, those paintings.
Yeah.
He's talking about. I did it. That's supposed to be a cactus.
This was hers. And this was mine.
I put his in the laundry room.
Like yours looks, in a closed space where you can't see it. Yours looks like somebody like knows what they're doing for the most part. Like you could argue that's like your style of painting. Mine looks like the cast of Toy Story did this or something. It looks terrible.
The pizza was good though.
Yeah, the pizza you made was pretty good.
Yeah, so those weren't too good. But like, will you show my little what's that, sunflower? I made a sunflower. That one turned out really cute.
You can probably see that.
It's a little goofy.
It looks nice.
Goofy.
I mean, it wasn't. We're not like everyday Picassos.
Yeah. It's cool though. It's so funny he said that because I was actually gonna say the same thing. Because it's funny. It's like a little inside joke. I really don't steal all his hobbies. I have my own personality. I am trying to figure out what my hobbies are. It's because I'm so used to just work, gym, and do nothing, and now I don't like to gym as much as I used to. And you don't have to agree, little mama. But so
no, TikTok's gone. We might be able to find some more space.
Where?
Like some more time to get do things we actually enjoy.
Oh,
or some more times for you to find hobbies. I should say your own personal hobbies.
I didn't watch that much TikTok. Oh shit, I didn't watch that much.
Okay.
Ask him about Reddit, okay? Anyways.
I use Reddit for
nope.
I look at gun stuff and I look at I look at stuff for my hobbies, I would say.
Attic. But no, so I'm trying to find out what hobby I like because I like to do stuff, but it's not my fancy. I really thought, hear me out, because I'm very creative up here. I thought I would be me.
Oh.
I thought I would be really good at painting because I have the ideas in my head. I don't have patience. I realized we said this on the last episode. I'm not patient. He's very patient. So we've done multiple things where we painted that and then halfway through I'm like, okay, I'm bored. I just want to finish it. So it doesn't turn out the cutest. Or we did gingerbread houses and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. It was my idea, but it was supposed to be cutesy, real demure, but I get bored. My ADHD kicks in.
I think if you just have to find a hobby that really sings to you, something
nothing does
really gets you I think you have stuff that you get into, but you just binge it super hard. And
binge watching Dexter.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't consider watching TV a hobby. I guess you could shows a hobby.
No, I
but
used to
reading. You'll read a bunch, and then you just won't read for a while. And I think that we just have to find the one that you'll be in for the long term.
Yeah. So I will agree. something we do well as a hobby would be guns. That's his hobby, but I like to shoot them. I like them. I asked him yesterday what the new build we're gonna get because mine is just twinning with him. And then something we don't do that well with is arts and craft stuff because either I get out of impatient or his just turns out better than mine and I don't want mine no more.
I disagree. I mean, I think when it's like when it's structured, I think mine turns out better just because I'm more of a like literally a color in the lines kind of guy, and you're not so much.
You follow the directions, like it literally tells us what to do, and I'm like going all over the place. And I'm like, it's not working.
Yeah, so like if you're given creative freedom, I think that you're much better about it. It's just when you have like you have to paint a thing or an object or decorate an object. I think it just you don't like being told what to do.
I don't, yeah.
In the hobby sense.
In general. Yeah, that was a good one. Next question.
Oh yeah, was it? Have you ever picked up a hobby because your partner was really into it?
Guns.
And did you end up enjoying it? So I was going to go off the guns thing. You were really into Legos there for a while.
I still am. He says for a while, it's because I have 2 Legos over here in the corner. I have 2. I'm into flower Legos. Hold, let me go get my collection. Since he got up, I'm going to get up and show you my collection.
Oh my gosh, there are all of them out here.
These are my Legos.
They look nice. I like that. Yeah, I like the potted ones where the pot is also Legos.
Yeah, they're cute.
Yeah. So you had to pick a new hobby just to impress your partner. What would you choose?
Oh, I got it.
Oh, you can go.
You go first. I hope it's good. I have something in my. This is another thing. I feel so short, first of all, but I think of stuff that he's gonna say, and it's usually not what he's gonna say, but it's something good for me. If I wanted to impress you. Because I feel like I'm a decent cook. I do hair fairly well.
That could be like one of your other hobbies too. Is you bake quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm trying not to because I be eating it all too.
There's nothing wrong with that.
If I wanted to impress you, I will learn I will get into a bowling league and not tell him, and then we go bowling and then show him how good I was. I say this, let me tell you why before you say that. Because he went bowling. I didn't know he bowled. I know he has told me that his friends bowl. And so I was like, oh, okay, cool. But he's never went. And I didn't know he was good at bowling. So we go down to, for my mom's birthday, down to Tucson. We're in.
That's just raw athleticism. I'm good at every sport.
Whatever. So we go down to Tucson. We're up in the valley now, but we went down there for my mom's birthday. And it's a good time. Everyone's having fun. This man is good. He's like, out here with a bad back, shouldn't be bowling at all. Took 2 ibuprofens and freaking went ham.
2 800 milligram ibuprofens.
His back was on crack.
Pharmaceutical freedom. Thank God that we had those.
Yeah, but you were so good, and I'm like, I would love to just like go bowl, not tell you, get good at it, and then we go on a date. Like, you know what, we haven't dated in a while. Bowling, and you're like, you came a long way in just one time. I would love to do that.
That would piss me off.
Because I suck. I was so bad. I was guttering. I had so many gutter balls. It was so bad.
I don't think I was great. I think I was like slightly above average. And I love your family, but everybody else was just slightly below average.
I hope you know my mom's watching this after.
I mean, Mom, you still bowled well. That's not what I'm saying
at all. It's your birthday. You know what? Next year for his birthday.
You ain't winning no tournaments. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Neither am I. Like, if you're gonna get your feelings hurt over something like that, that's silly. I'm trying to think. Hobbies that would impress you? Maybe like powerlifting.
Really?
Well, maybe not.
No, sorry.
I don't know. You're not really superficial like that. Like, I don't think.
Really?
What are you saying you are? No. I don't think, because like I feel like I'm into the pretty stereotypical guy things already, and I mean I'm not super into like cars, but
I wouldn't impress.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't
unless it's some trucks. He got into trucks, but that's not what I was going to say. I do love me some trucks.
What did you think?
Okay, hear me out. This is how I know I'm like. Y'all, I'm out in space because that wasn't even close. I thought it was superficial, but I'm like, if he came in, well, some of the like slang about my black hair and stuff like that. So like edges and edge brush. But if you came in and I was doing my makeup and you knew what I was using, or like, oh, your blush looks nice, or like, oh, what you're baking, oh, you forgot to bake. Like if you just happen to know what I'm doing in my day to day, or like even skincare, because you know, like I do like a full body skincare, and then it's like oil and then lotion and then this. And you're like, oh, like, I got this because you do this, or I know about this, or I was watching this video when this happened. I'm like, what? That definitely does it.
I mean, I have some knowledge of like hair, like black girl hair. I think that would go one of two ways. If I came home one day and was just like, oh, I know all about
I know what you're going to say.
Makeup and lotion. You're either going to be like, oh my God, this is so cool. We have so much more to talk about. Or you're going to be like, who taught you that?
Okay, and let me tell you.
It's going to go in a rough way for like 10, 15 minutes. And then you back it up. But
let me tell you why he's saying, no, you tell him why you're saying it, Jackson.
What story are you thinking of? Because
the clip.
Okay.
Is that what you were thinking of?
Yeah. When I was still in the police academy for a short time, or my last profession, I should say, you have to be prepared with a uniform.
You gotta give background. Sorry. Let me cut him off really quick before he's gonna give the official story. I gotta juice this up, right? So his back was still hurting. Everything was like still.
No, at this point I was fine.
Was it?
Yeah, it was before.
Okay.
Oh, you know what?
You went back. It wasn't. You weren't in the academy at the time. You were at like working there. It was with your back. Let me tell you why. So his back was injured. He was doing a little bit better, but he went back to work. You know, it's months later. And not only did I cook a full meal, which wifey stuff on a girlfriend budget, but we're not gonna go there. Don't come for me, okay? But I cooked not only dinner, but I'm pretty sure I packed your whole lunch. I put a little love note in there. It was a good lunch. I made him like pack breakfast, overnight oats and stuff that he made.
Okay, yeah.
Like I made a whole thing for him, and it was like a heavy duty lunchbox, right? So I go to put it in there and to hide the
shout out Carhartt.
Yeah, we love us some Carhartt. He got a wallet too.
But
so I made his whole lunch. And I go and put it in there, like the note in there, and it's a love note saying, like, I hope you have a great day, like, hope you feel better.
So you just gonna tell the whole story? You just juicing it up?
I put it in there, and it's like amazing, and I'm like proud of myself. I'm like, this is wifey stuff.
Okay, so first thing, the wifey stuff on a girlfriend's salary.
That's a real thing, y'all.
That's a terrible. The girls that believe in that, that's silly. We can talk about that a little bit later, but she did make me just an amazing packed lunch, and it was right after I got hurt, because now I do remember it was right after I got hurt, and I was still working for that same place, but I was trying to like get my health back so I can go back into the academy. And when you're in the academy, you have to have a specific uniform, and it is a very strict uniform. It is a military style academy, so they get for everything. If there's something messed up on you, from like a tiny little piece of hair to, a scratch on your shirt, or if it's a slightly different shade from the guy next to you, you have to do some kind of punishment in the form of physical exercise, and it really sucks. So if you accidentally forget something, it's a big deal, because not only do you get embarrassed because you forgot something and you're an idiot, but you also have to do some kind of punishment. So you always carry extras. One of the things that they make you wear is a tie clip. I actually never owned a tie clip until this point. For those people that watching that don't know, it's a little thing that essentially you just clip onto your tie and it stops it from moving around, just clips it to your shirt. And it has to be a certain color, it has to be a certain shape, and it has to be uniform with everybody else's. You learn very early on that somebody's going to forget something at some point. So you carry like 5 or 6 extras of everything. I carried extras of that kind of stuff in my lunchbox, and it was just the smartest place to keep it, because if you got some kind of punishment, you had to run outside in your uniform, something fell off, you came back in, you could just put it back on or something. She was emptying my lunchbox. I don't even think you were emptying it. I think you were just moving it.
I was filling it.
Yeah. And the tie clip fell out onto the ground. And to somebody who doesn't know what a tie clip is, it could look like a beret. Or not a beret?
It's called a hair clip. Like a hair clip.
Like a hair clip.
Yeah.
And she picked it up and she was like, what's this?
I did. That's all I said. I didn't even. Okay, most people would have went off. I just said, "What's this?" And it was the tone in which I said, "What's this?" Nothing else was needed to be said after this, and I just asked him, and he's like, "Honey." He does this thing. He goes, "Say it, honey." He was just like
a more of like a honey.
No, it was like a honey. Yeah, there it is. And he said that, and he's just like, I'm over here trauma. With a back. I'm over here. I love you so much.
Put that in perspective. I've herniated a disc in my lower back. I can barely walk at this point. I can barely sit for like more than 10, 15 minutes. You know, I'm trying to prove to these people that I can go back into a police academy, and she thinks I've got a chick on the side. And for that like 10 seconds.
People in I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. People be doing some crazy stuff. But all I said was, oh, and then he told me what it was. And I was like, oh, okay. But he's like, goofy. And now anytime he gets a chance to, he says, just like that tie clip. Anytime I joke about something, he's like, that tie clip.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Where did that come from?
How did we get here?
Yeah.
I think we got here. I forgot, y'all.
I was gonna say we asked a question about hobbies.
My ADHD be
It was the hobbies to impress your partner, but I don't know how we got here.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on to the next question.
Okay.
Do you have any hobbies that you've totally disagreed on? Like stuff that you were like, no, I'm not doing that.
Oh, yes.
I was gonna say you do, definitely. I don't think.
Oh,
me too. Yeah, me too.
My running. Okay, let me tell you what. Him and his family are runners.
No, me and my father are runners. Maddie is too. So yeah, most of my family.
Your mom's out there with a hip replacement and did a 5K.
She's not running. She walks. She's never been a runner.
Listen,
the rest of them.
Her walk after a hip replacement is faster than my run. That's
because you need a hip replacement.
Don't be mean to me. Be nice to me. But no, there are some runners. And mind you, I would like to say I'm 5'3.5", he's 6'5", and his mom, your mom's like 5'10". Mm-hmm. All of them are big people who like to be active and stuff.
My dad's not super tall.
Your dad, but he was a police officer, so he had to run.
He was very
and
active.
Your sister just doesn't. I don't know. Madison, you crazy too, but I come from weightlifters. Like we can lift weights, and that's all we do. I did do track, but my longest race was 20 seconds. I was a sprinter. So you have me out here running for an hour. I don't even run. It hurts to walk. I got feet problem too. And I hate it every single time. I'm actually doing my last race next month, and I'm done. I'm going to cheer you on. I support you. I really think we should get a family hobby that we all enjoy. But I hate running. Like, I don't want to do it. I get, you might be like, she should be running. Listen, we're going to find another way to keep me active and in shape, but not running. I hate that.
I do like running. And you do not like running.
Yeah.
You made that blatantly clear.
Fair
enough.
The last one I cried. Yeah. Mind you, that was like
but you have like actual like a foot issue like that. You're not just like, oh, my feet hurt. Like there's an actual issue.
Yeah.
It would be different if there was like nothing wrong and you were crying. That would have been a pretty big red flag if there was like nothing wrong with you.
Me all the red flags that could have been listening.
Well, I'm just saying, like if there was absolutely nothing wrong with me and I like lifted a weight and I was like, this hurts so bad and I started crying.
That is true.
It's a little weird.
I will say that's your thing that you don't like to do, though.
That wasn't what I was going to say. Oh. But, I mean, I just don't like lifting. I don't like free weights. I don't like squatting. I'm not a huge fan of bench press. Like, I like assisted machines a lot, and I like body weight workouts. Like, and we're like kind of polar opposites when it comes to that. But I also think that kind of fits into our own aesthetic because like you don't like to run, but you like to like. I
thought you were gonna say that this is fits into my pelvic tilt.
No.
I'm like, no, that's not the
your pelvic tilt. But what I'm saying is, I think it kind of fits into who we are because like not a lot of runners are also super big into like lifting heavy, and I like the idea of doing more like explosive kind of workouts and like more cardio focused workouts. Mm-hmm. So I'm not a huge, I don't like bench that much. I'll bench. I just don't like doing it.
Especially new PRs. I understand not squatting anymore just because a little hip issue, but I just feel like I get it. You get to a certain point and like if you do it wrong for too long, cool. But I'm like, I love benching. I love leg pressing. I love doing like heavy stuff.
It's not even like a concern of getting myself hurt. I just don't like it. Like I just,
really?
yeah, like
It
I would
does
much
something for
rather
me.
lay down and do like, 50, 60 push-ups and then do that to failure.
My
And then 50,
shoulder. But I like doing pull-ups. I do like doing some military pull-ups.
See, I hate pull-ups though.
Yeah, we
6
are
1/2
polar
doesn't cut it.
opposite with our workout. We do hope that if we ever have kids one day, they're
You're
a
gonna be runners.
combination. Huh?
You're gonna be runners.
No,
Yeah,
you're
you
not.
are. Yeah, you are.
No, you're not.
If we can get you guys with
Listen.
her like muscle structure, but my cardio,
Yeah.
D1 athletes.
Yes.
But your guys are going to be doing like explosive,
his height,
not heavy
my
lifting.
build.
Yeah, no,
That would
we
be
ain't
the
gonna have no
perfect kid.
compact spines.
But we or no pelvic tilt.
Yeah, no, we ain't gonna have none of that. What was it? Oh, skincare.
Oh, that's a
like
good
it.
one. Okay, can I tell y'all? I fight daily with this man. Daily.
Are you talking about sunscreen?
Not sunscreen, moisturizer, anything. And the thing is, he's bald head. Clearly, we can see this. The sun is not his best friend, so he needs sunscreen. So I force him to put it on, and he just goes. Or, during the winter, you gotta take care of that skin because it gets a little cool, and so your skin doesn't adapt well. You need moisturizer, or you're gonna peel.
I've gotten more into lotions. Like
he never used lotion before me.
Yeah. I didn't need it.
He did need it.
I'm one of those tinfoil hat kind of guys where it's like you start using lotion, then you have to rely on lotion.
You always needed it.
Yeah. I mean, it's good now. I do enjoy lotion, don't get me wrong. And I use it more now for all kinds of different stuff. Like I didn't realize how like dry the back of my head would get until I started using lotion.
That's not for what kind of is that face lotion? No,
that's the thing.
He kinds. Don't know.
But like I'm talking more about like skincare, like you have like a 15-step process, and it just seems. Thank God I'm not a woman. Like it just seems. Yeah, that's a good point, but. It just seems so difficult, so strenuous on a day-to-day basis. It's the same thing as makeup. Like it just seems.
It's fun.
It seems so stressful. And I also like when I was younger, my mom got me on Accutane at a really young age. So like I really don't have, like zits and stuff. Like I don't really get like facial blemishes that bad, but it's just because I was on that back in the day. So
I think
I really don't like that hobby of yours.
I feel like he doesn't like. He says he doesn't like it, but if I have him here to do it, he doesn't mind it. Like if he's not doing it himself,
except for those under the eye things.
It's because I always stab him in the eye. That if I learn,
no, it feels like I'm crying, but just all the time.
It tightens your back because we're getting older, so you're getting a little back.
I got bags because of you. No,
you ain't got bags. Listen, okay.
What's something you've tried together and realized it's not your thing as a couple?
It's not gonna be. Listen, it's not gonna be what he thinks. So I'm gonna let him go first. But I have my answer.
The zoo, I think.
Oh, you don't like the zoo?
No, but you didn't. Or well, maybe that's not what it is. That's not really a good hobby, though. That's just somewhere we went where we didn't like it. But like, she always, when we talk about like our future together in our home and stuff like that, I love the idea of having those kind of animals. And I guess that could be considered a hobby, like animal care. Yeah. But I don't think. I guess the question was something we both tried and didn't like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me give you my answer. He go back. That's all.
Yeah, sure. Answer.
Couple dating. Us going on other dates with other people. It's not. I know it's so good to have a life outside of your relationship. We both do, for the most part. I get like winter depression, so I don't like to do anything. But I still during the summertime.
You don't get winter depression. You just get bummed out in the wintertime.
I want to stay home and cuddle.
Depression is a very strong word to be thrown on that.
Yeah. Okay. I get winter. Stay inside.
Yeah.
But
so does everybody else. It's cold outside.
Yes. But I also realized both of us, we don't like, we will go out with people and no, we don't. We might have a decent time, but I realized it's either him do his thing with his friends, me do my thing with my friends, or us do something together, or us hang out with our families together. We just don't, we're not like couple people.
Yeah.
That might change. I think it could change. Maybe once we like get a house and neighbors and stuff like that, and it's like stuff to do. I don't know. But for the stuff that we do, like, I'm not like a small talker.
I think there's a difference between going on double dates with people I know and you know, and meeting people as a couple and going on double dates with them. Like, if I was to say, like, oh, one of my friends and his wife, let's go on a double date with them. Or you say, oh, one of my friends and her husband, let's go on a double date with them. I'm not a huge fan of it. I thought I would be, and I'm just not, mainly because you get to see, how do I put this? Like, those people that you consider good friends, you get to see how their spouse reacts with another
I know
woman in the area. And like, it's
weird.
Yeah, you kind of get a peek into somebody's life that you don't necessarily want, or at least that I don't necessarily want.
No, same.
And same thing, goes for your friends. Like, you just get a peek at somebody's life that you just, I don't know, kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. And I feel like that also kind of goes with our communication styles, where you're like, oh, we'll just let them do that. And then me, I'm like, no, let's go tell them everything that just upset us.
Well, that's the problem, because I do go into that, because I think that plays a key as to why I feel that was a good response, like a good answer.
You just get like it
not
just
my monkey, not my circus.
Yeah, kind of. You're very much not my monkey, not my circus. And it, for me, which is kind of counterintuitive of what we were talking about last episode, but you're like, not my monkeys, not my circus when it's your friends, specifically your friends. But then when it's my friends, if I see someone acting a certain way and he's a friend of mine, I'm gonna check that shit. If I shouldn't be cussing. Sorry, Commissioner. Sorry.
You're at least like 5-10 minutes in.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of proud of myself. I will go discuss that with people, and I will get a second opinion on it from somebody else in my friend group. And then if I think it's something that needs to be corrected, I'll go talk to that individual myself. And I'm very big on like, hey, you did or said something that was not good. And a lot of my friends are the same exact way towards me, and I have the utmost respect for those dudes. I think that Destiny is a bit different in the way she deals with those kind of things with her friends. And
my friends are like me, where they are can be all encapsulated. Like, oh, I won't say nothing. Or like, girl, if you want to talk, you can. I'm not going to judge you, but like, let's push it under the rug.
And I also think that's just like female friends versus like men versus women. How they deal with friendships. Like, I think a lot of women are more like conserved when it comes to their friendships, and conserved, that's not the right word, reserved when it comes to their friendships. And it's more of a oh, well, it's not something that has to get dealt with right now. And we can work on this throughout a long period of time. And I think that guys are more like, nope, we're going to talk about it like right now, and it's going to get aggressive, and then we're going to get past it. But or maybe that's just us. I don't want to put both the genders into boxes. But
I agree.
And I think, to go back to what we were originally saying, I think it will be a lot more fun when it's you and I and a couple that we are meeting as a couple that we don't have any stake in their lives beforehand.
Yeah, because I also think too, with that being said, at least for me, and I do it for your friends, even though you don't ask for it, but for me, I'm like, be nice to them. If you have any opinion about anything that is mine, like, be nice to them, or don't say that. But then when it comes to your friends, I'm like, oh yeah, I did see that. Like, I act like I don't notice. I'm like, oh really? Just because I'm like, that's your people. Because I'm like, this is my friendship to maintain. That's yours to maintain. I'm just here as a plus one type of thing, where I think when we meet people separately, that to get like on a different occasion together, it will be more of a, do we like them? Cool. Great.
Yeah. And then it can go from there. But I also like confrontational conversations with friends or with people that I know. Yeah, with you too. But like, I enjoy it. Not like, and that sounds weird. That sounds bad. Not confrontational conversations like you're a problem. Confrontational conversations that are,
about that?
Hey, this bothered me. Let's talk about it, kind of thing.
He does like that.
I enjoy those conversations a lot in a professional setting, in a personal setting. I just really enjoy, because you get to see who people really are in very quickly.
When you don't get what you want, it shows who you really are.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and do they get defensive? Do they,
Me, I get defensive.
You do get defensive.
You do too.
Yeah. Dang, you just showed that.
I said you do too.
She said,
"We just had."
I get defensive. Yeah, you do. You do too. You're right. Yeah, I can get defensive. You're absolutely
we both
right.
do, especially when it's something we're passionate about.
I think I get. You get like criticism defensive. I get like conditionally defensive.
What you mean?
Like if I'm hungry or if I'm really thirsty or like dehydrated or I don't feel good, I'll get defensive in those situations. And it has nothing to do with what you're saying. It's just that I'm in a bad mood. I'm taking things offensively. It's more like I'll say something regardless of your mood. If it's taken as criticism, you can get defensive.
That's very true. Very factual. Okay, what's your answer? Or are you just going to agree with me? It was about something.
Crap. Now we got to back it up. A hobby we both did as a couple and it failed.
Couple dating.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to agree with that one.
We haven't done anything else.
Well, no, we've done a ton more. We just enjoyed it.
But all of our
painting thing.
All of our dates have been kind of like that too. It's stuff we know we like. One of us would like, kind of.
Yeah, I think a majority of our dates are very stereotypical, like dinner and a movie or something like that. But we always pick a different spot or go to a different area or Sunday brunch, that kind of stuff.
Wait, wasn't it a place we said we were? That's off topic. We could talk about food and stuff some other time. But place we said we were never going back together.
Vietnamese food.
Oh yeah.
No, that's not true. That's gonna make me sound weird.
I was like, it was a specific.
It was a specific place.
Yeah.
Which is weird because we can talk about that for a second. Vietnamese, how do I put this? The place that we went to get Vietnamese food, or the places that she likes that serve Vietnamese food, are just run down, shitty places. They just look disgusting. And it's a 360 of how she normally carries herself, where, if there's anything dirty, it's bad. And, needs to be. In there. I'm like, you want to do that? It needs to be eliminated immediately. But but if we go to a Vietnamese place, that's just nasty. There's dirt on the walls and people are using their hands to touch stuff on their body, but they're still making your food. It's just disgusting. But the food, I mean, I didn't think the food was that good, but it's got pho and it's being made by a very nice Vietnamese family. It's a family owned restaurant and they make good food. I'm just not big into pho. And but it's a total 360 because I'm the same way with Mexican food, where it's if there's a rundown, nasty ass Mexican food place, I'm like, that's where I'm going, because that family makes the best food. I'm like, can we go somewhere after a drive through? Because I don't want this. Exactly. Yeah. So I think it just kind of depends on the food. It's probably just because I don't like Vietnamese. You get tired of Mexican faster than I do. Yeah. But I feel like being raised in Arizona. Yeah. I had a lot of Mexican. Yeah, especially because you were in Tucson. Mm-hmm. You probably got good. Yeah, you got good Mexican food. Good. Is there a hobby where one of you is obviously better than the other? Guns. And do you ever get competitive about it? Oh, competitive? Or what is it? Are you saying you're better than me when it comes to firearms? No. Oof, that was about talking about getting defensive. I said, listen, little mama. No, you guys see how he almost chopped my head off? Mm-hmm. No, I was going to say who's better. You're better at guns, but then I was like, right. Competitive. I don't think you're competitive, but now he is. No, usually you're really fair, and you always like to have a good time and show me stuff. So I mean, if I thought I was good or we were decent level and we really went after each other, at that point it would be straight competition. But I'm like baby diaper with guns. I can't even listen. We're not going to go into details, but once I get to that point, we'll come back to this conversation. Yeah, I was going to say that if you were at a point where I thought you would compete, I would get really competitive over that. That is, I get unhealthy competitive when it comes to accuracy of firearm. It's bad. I've won awards for that shit. But, okay. Sorry, I get really competitive. But no, you know what I was gonna say? It's not even a hobby. Maybe I'm just tired. I was thinking I said annoying each other because I got better. I got one too. Okay, because I was thinking annoying each other because some days you will do stuff just to annoy and piss me off, but just on purpose and blah 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 and keep going.
And so then the next time, even if it's the same day, right after, or whenever I decide to click on that notch to come do it to you, I try to like make you even more annoyed, and then you come and do the same thing to me, and then we have to find a way to get a truce, or we have to sit here like we're putting in the ref like the white flag, because I feel like it gets to a point it's like like
I think we just do it till one of us gets like hungry or thirsty, and then
most of the time we start hungry.
Yeah, or that, and then it get like I feel like we start taking it more and more personal, and then we go and eat, and it's like, man, we were assholes to each other.
I don't even do it. Mine is just it's just no rules over there.
She's saying that because she thinks that my house has no rules.
They don't.
It really annoyed me for a while. No, I agree. I was gonna say gift giving. Yeah, there's so
no.
No, hold on. You gotta let me say my part. On multiple occasions, I'm trying not to let my phone lock. On multiple occasions, I have given gifts that I would say are better is not the right word.